Right, Barak the hour shy, Barak the hour, Barak the hour shy, Barak the hour, Barak the hour shy. All praise unto Yahweh Bashim Yahshai Bashim Okakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of great millstone. And honest you brothers to be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So this is gonna be a relatively short video. Okay, I'm just gonna be speaking some thoughts about some topics here, man. Well, this topic, the topic in question, which is child mental health. Okay, and the essence of this video is basically to show you Hebrew Israelites out there, you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans that are out there, man. Okay, this place ain't RS, man. Okay, you got particular individuals out here, okay, that are on some have children and start a family out here within Babylon. But this ain't it, man. Okay, this ain't it. Okay, this is hell for everybody, man. Okay, and the elite banking families set it up that way. Okay, where it's gonna be hell for everybody, man. Okay, and you know, when you go to where you got kids, okay, little children, okay, that are in depression, and a good analogy that comes to mind is the apostles. Just about a couple of days ago, maybe 5-6 days ago, they did the standard weekly live camp video, and one statement that resonated, that came from the apostle Tahar, okay, that I thought both comical and yet true, was the statement of oppression. Okay, when you are oppressed, okay, therefore you are depressed. Yeah. Okay, you know, the scripture talks about how the righteous man is gonna be oppressed. Okay, surely a wise man, when he's oppressed, is gonna be angry, man. Okay, so but definitely this is a most offensive, a most oppressive, okay, society that we're living in right now. Okay, with Esau at the helm of rulership. I hope that's the right word. Okay, and now you're seeing the effects of his rulership trickling down, okay, all over the power structure, man. Okay, you got men and women that hate each other, right? You literally have men and women hating each other, man. And it's fucked up, because I'll be at work and I'll be looking at some of these women like, bro, that's not what a woman's supposed to be. Okay, a woman's supposed to be a thing of comfort, man. Okay, not a constant argument, man. Okay, they had to post a recent thing on the social media where they was posting up. They was making a little analogy in that, and they used a dog, a puppy, okay, a barking puppy, and a cute puppy, and they likened it unto your wife at home, okay, where she's a wolf, okay, and they use the cute little puppy, and that's how your wife presents herself. Man, that's not how the Most High set this whole thing up. But see, Esau, through his by means of his witchcraft, the order through the chaos, okay, he's got these people totally bugged the hell out, man. Okay, he's got these people totally bugged the hell out. All right, and now it's reached to the point of the children, man. Okay, so let me read a little bit of this excerpt, and then I'll go into some precepts, and hopefully I'll speak on it, and that'll be it. So it says, child mental health unit referrals up 50%. And this was posted just today, and I was watching this on the news just a second ago, before where I got the inspiration to do the video. And this is coming from the BBC, okay, the British Broadcasting Network. Yeah, so it says here by Noel Tither Range, okay, and Ed Thompson, okay, BBC News. It says referrals to child mental health units from the UK primary schools for pupils 11 and under have risen nearly 50% in the last 3 years. You're telling me, and side note, okay, one of the things that they said when because I've got this, I usually get my articles from the news, and I search the articles out so I can share it. But I'm usually watching the news, so I've watched the video clip of this, and pretty much one of the things what the woman was saying that was presented, that was the teacher. Okay, she was saying she had like 7-year-olds and 6-year-olds talking about how they want to basically commit suicide, man. Now, look, I come from a so-called poverty-stricken country, man. Okay, now one thing you know about kids, okay, like kids that are in an environment, okay, a somewhat normal environment, it don't matter if you're poor, man. Children will make do, yeah. And I know some of you brothers out there that when you was growing up and you was growing up in a somewhat stable household, okay, the money didn't matter. Really, the money only matters when you go up in age and somewhat conscious of yourself. And that was around about 15, 16, and that's when you go to the you say you stop you go to the non-school uniform as they would. Okay, you stop wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt from non-school uniform. Now you're gonna get the whole get up, right? But that came about around about 14, 16 years old. Okay, that came much later on. All right, but when you was younger, it didn't matter how much money you had, you could make it work, man. Okay, how much of you brothers when you was 7, 6 years old, you just all you needed was a football, and that was it. Okay, I remember when we was me and my brother. Okay, y'all watching me outside the water. We're both in the truth. But when we was growing up, man, we used to make the castle from the sofas, man. Okay, I remember that. All right, the point I'm making is, okay, kids don't need much stuff, okay, to be engaged. You know what I'm saying? Okay, to be a far cry from depression. But you got it to where right now Esau in his maniac society, okay, in the society of madness, all right, has basically got it to where people right out here, well, really most people out here are in a constant state of depression. Now, first and foremost, all right, one of the things I've looked into heavily, and I live by and can swear by it, okay, quote unquote, is the thing of the diet, man. You gotta make sure you get into the right stuff into your system, right? The brain, there's a thing called brain food, man. Okay, everything that happens within your body comes out of external sources. How you feel, okay, is affected by, heavily affected by external sources, right? You are what you eat, quite literally. That's not a metaphor. That is a literal statement. If you eat shit, you will be shit and you will feel shit, okay? It's just that simple, okay? But moving on from that, you got a lot of these kids that are souped up on sugar, and that sugar messes people up, man. Okay, they're not getting a balanced diet. They're not getting enough greens. I read a particular article quite some time ago that was saying about 70% of the people out there within America were malnutrition, man. Okay, they wasn't getting enough vitamin D, which is essential. Okay, and I believe that goes into what? Controlling your mood and all of that, man. Okay, really, when you go into depression, the thing of depression, for the most part, when you're looking at it from an emotional standpoint, for the most part, it's a mental mindset, okay, based off of what you're eating, man. Okay, a simple deficiency within your system could leave you jacked up, man. Okay, and a lot of these kids, they ain't getting they're not getting the proper food, and even if they are getting the proper food, the food is jacked up. Why is it jacked up? Because you got it to where Esau he's steering this ship into Armageddon, if you will, man. Okay, the mountain of troops. Okay, he's steering this ship into destruction, man. Okay, he's the one that's ruling the earth. The earth ain't yielding its fruit unto Esau, and therefore you got it to where everybody's malnutrition. And if you're malnutrition, man, you can forget about your emotions, man. That shit's gonna be all over the place, man. Okay, and I think brothers will agree when I say this. When we was growing up, we didn't need much, but we had, even if our parents were poor, the food had more nutrition within it. Okay, the food had more nutrition within it. All right, they say like within the span of 50 years, tomatoes have lost 70% of their nutrition. Now think about what that's going to do to a growing individual. They're going to be jacked up in their heads, man. So let's continue with this, and I'm going to hit one or two precepts. It says, referrals to child mental health units from the UK, from UK primary schools for pupils 11 and under have risen 50% in the last 3 years. The BBC has learned. Replies from the Freedom of Information requests from 46 health trusts indicate that they rose from 21,125 to 31,531. 7 trusts said they had rejected an individual pupil for treatment at least 5 times over the last 4 years. The government said it's determined to improve mental health support. I mean, when I saw, I mean, it is what it is. But when I saw, the article is what it is. But when I saw the video now, they were saying like kids 6 and 7 wanted to kill themselves. And I mean that. I mean, my mind was blown. Okay, that's a bit of a surprise to me. I mean, it's not a surprise when you look at the numbers. Okay, but that's how Esau rules his kingdom, man. So what do you expect? Okay, the food is defiled. People gonna be defiled, man. Okay, the earth ain't gonna be at rest up until Esau's removed out of the power seat. Okay, and you can see it now. It's trickled down to the kids, man. So hopefully that was comprehensive. Okay, hopefully that made sense. Let me hit 2 precepts. Okay, defiled Gentiles. And this was speaking about the Israelites, how we was gonna eat our bread defiled amongst the heathen. Okay, but Ezekiel 4:13. But also too, if we're eating our bread defiled amongst the heathen, so are they even eating defiled bread, man. Okay, so it says, and the Lord said unto them, the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their bread defiled amongst the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. So check that out, man. Okay, so we was gonna be driven forth into all kind of different nations, man. And we was gonna eat jacked up food, and you can see what the food does to the kids, man. Okay. Also, too, Esau's got this social media out there that's jacking people up. He's got his propaganda out there that's jacking people up. And like I said, the earth ain't gonna be at rest until Esau is destroyed, man. The book of Isaiah 14 and 6, it says, he who smote the people with wrath and continual stroke, he who ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and unhindered. So this is Esau being taken out the power seat, right? And then here it says, right, the whole earth is quiet, and they break forth into singing. And one thing you think about when you think about kids, when brothers, you might get into that, you get that so-called broody mood, right? You would a fine chick, and maybe you take your fine chick for a walk, and you see your chick sees some babies and shit, and you start thinking, maybe I might breed this chick. I'm not saying to do that, but you start thinking about that, and you start fantasizing about kids growing up and shit. Okay, I mean, we're all men. Okay, it's within our nature, especially Hebrew Israelite nature, to be fruitful and multiply. But one thing that should come to mind when you're thinking about children is what? Is kids running around and being happy, man. Okay, kids are known for what? For generally being high on happiness, man. In fact, they were saying they did a study on whether kids actually really do get like a sugar rush. And what they found out is it's not really a sugar rush. Is they get hyped up on being around other kids so much so it looks like they got a sugar rush. I mean, I don't know how, I believe that the article, because the article was quite, from a decent source. You brothers check it out, but that's what kids do, man. They get around other kids and they get hyped, man. Okay, and the euphoria within that group, okay, is supposed to be a good euphoria. It's a very energetic environment, man. Okay, but now you got it to what? They're all depressed and jacked up, man. Okay, part of that goes back to what? Again, that goes back onto the Esau's agenda, but going into the medical, the so-called medical society, where they pump these kids full of all kind of drugs, man. Okay, from the minute they're born with all kind of injections, and now you're seeing the results of that, man. Okay, it says, and the whole earth is at rest. They break forth into singing. Okay, yea, the fir trees rejoice, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no fellows come up against us, man. So again, Lord's will, that was of edification. Right, with that, I'm going to say, all praise unto Yahweh, Shimi, Ashai, Bashim, Kakadash, double honors unto the apostles, a great millstone. I want you brothers to be pushing these truths in sincerity. Shalom.